Good morning. This video was filmed on a river, sat in a canoe, and then I was going to refilm it and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to roll with it. I filmed it already. The river is quite relaxing. Apologies if the sounds make you need a wee, but it's quite a funny video about the fact that everybody is saying that electrical vehicles are selling really well. So we're going to dig into some dodgy stuff that's going on at AutoTrader. We're going to look at how long some electrical cars have been for sale online and how much they've been discounted by, and then we're going to ask if there's some nefarious tactics going on at AutoTrader to artificially inflate or artificially create the values of second-hand EVs. So if you can bear with the sound of the rushing water and the gently moving canoe, enjoy the video. Eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed that this is not, I am not in a Volvo. What I wanted to do was just talk you through some strange goings on in the EV world that someone has found on AutoTrader. So I've got some slides here and I will edit them up into the video so you'll see them. And at the same time, we're going to drift down this river. So now we have another one here. This is it's a Porsche Taycan. Of course, it's a Porsche Taycan. There's no photo on this one, sadly. It says images arriving soon. They are so keen to get this car sold that they haven't yet photographed it, which is strange because it was listed in January. So not only have they not sold the car, obviously I'm filming this in mid-June, in 6 months, they haven't bothered to take a photograph. What's interesting is when it was listed in January, it was listed at a price of £168,000. And now today in June, we are down to £94,500. So you can see that the asking price there is £94,500, meaning since it was listed, it's been discounted by £73,500 or 44%. So a Taycan does actually represent a pretty good buy at the moment. Now, the other one that is very similar to the Porsche Taycan is the Audi RS e-tron GT. Similar platform, similar sort of vehicle. And again, let's take a look at this one. This one was originally listed for sale in July of 2023. It's now June 2024. The car is still for sale on AutoTrader almost a year later. We started out at £126,000 in July, and we've been dropping fairly steadily ever since. We're now down 25%, down by £32,000, now down to £94,991. It's been on AutoTrader for 420 days with no bites, not unlike Mariva. So yeah, the Audi RS e-tron not working either. Here we have another one. Now, there was a lot of excitement when Mercedes-Benz launched their EQS SUV. Mercedes-Benz obviously launched into the EV market with a big hoo-ha. And this one is a 2024 car. So it was registered in April, and that was 72 days ago. So in 72 days, it was listed at £129,990 initially. £130,000 this car was when it was new. We're now down 72 days later to £104,880. So we're down by £30,000. Excellent, cool. So obviously they must be selling so well. Well, they're not selling, are they? Because these discounts are wild. Another one, this is the BMW iX, again, a car that was launched with much fanfare. You know, an alternative to the Tesla, an alternative to the Taycan. This one started out in August of 2023 at £128,000. We're still online today. 345 days ago, it was listed at £128,000, and we're now down to 105. So only an 18% discount on that car. In less than a year. So again, these EVs are selling so well that they don't appear to be actually selling. Couple more before we move on to something different, because this is quite a fun subject. We have a Porsche Taycan. The Taycan is a fun one to pick on, isn't it? Porsche Taycan. This one was listed in January, 8th of January, at a optimistic £144,950. And it's still available in June, 6 months later, or 163 days later. And we're down to £105,000. So we've got £39,950 knocked off the price of the Taycan. Another Taycan here, similar sort of thing, been for sale for 81 days and has been discounted by £24,000 from £128,000 down to £104,000, and still no takers for the Taycan. So
what is going on? The discounts on these EVs are huge. They do represent a pretty good buy if you're looking for a used EV, but what we've learned here today is that nobody is looking for a used EV. However, there's something else that's slightly more nefarious going on with AutoTrader, and that is the values. Now, AutoTrader is algorithm based, okay? It learns based on mathematics. So if you've got 5 cars for sale and they're all the same, and you list them all for £10,000, then AutoTrader will work out that an average price for those cars is £10,000. If more of those cars come on the market at different price points or different mileages, AutoTrader will then work out the maths to tell other sellers whereabouts they need to be selling their car. I've got low battery. That's not a problem because I've got a spare power pack with me. Can't do that with an EV. But you can skew that algorithm by, say, let's say you had 5 cars for sale and they were all £10,000 each. But what you wanted to do was you wanted to make that £10,000 price point seem like a bargain. You could trick the system by taking the 5th car that you have for sale and putting the price up to £100,000. What that would do is it would push the average price for those cars up, and it would mean that the 4 cars that are listed at £10,000 each come with a good price tag on them. And this is what we're seeing. So we have a Volkswagen ID4 here listed by a dealer at £227,000. Now you could say that that was a mistake, an anomaly. Maybe they've got the work experience boy to list the cars for them and it's just an accident. But the other thing that you could say is that product has only been listed on there to make the others look cheaper. Now it gets worse as well, because we've also seen that what dealers are doing is listing cars on here that are not for sale. So let's say they've got 5 demo vehicles. Well, they'll list the demo vehicles on AutoTrader at over and above the retail price for those cars, and then have a tag on there that says these cars are not for sale. And you might think that that is just so that they can show customers the kind of cars that they have in stock and the kind of cars that you could order, and there's nothing nefarious about it. Or you could say that what they're doing here is pushing the price of their inventory up, or making their inventory look better value, when in fact the prices are overinflated anyway, nobody's buying them. This is another good one here. We've got a pre-registered MG, which I'll show you here. If I can zoom it in, there we go. Pre-registered MG ZS. These are all actual cars on AutoTrader. So what we've got going on here is that it is a pre-registered car with 50 miles on the clock, but it was listed 3 days ago for sale. However, it's a 2023 73 reg car that was actually registered in December of last year. So where's this car been for 6 months? Because it's only got 50 miles on the clock. It's a 6-month-old car. Where's it been? It's, yeah, as I said, it's a 73 plate car. So it was a late 2023 car. We're now in June. It's only got 50 miles on the clock. If it was a demo car, it would have clocked up a lot more miles than that, but it hasn't. It's only got 50 miles on the clock. So do we think maybe some of these EVs are being registered by dealers so that the dealers can claim that they've got lots of registrations this month? You know, EV registrations are up. We've registered loads of cars this month. Yeah, you registered them, then you park them on an airfield. And now you're going to put them up for sale and desperately try to sell them. Not happening. So again, and we're seeing the same here with Mercedes. So it's not just MG. This is a Mercedes-Benz EQC AMG line. You know, this is absolute top of the line premium EV. However, it was registered 6 months ago. So what's going on? Where are all these cars going? Where is the gigantic airfield full of EVs? So there we go. That is, what else have I got here? I've got another one here which is quite interesting. We've got a Volvo EX30. It's only done 750 miles and it's a private seller. Now, why would the private seller be looking to part with this car already? And we've got 3 options here. A, he's selling it privately because the dealer won't take it back, probable. B, he's getting his ass back into a new Volvo diesel estate, probable. C, is buying something that depreciates less, costs less to run, like a Gulfstream jet. Good one, Barry. Anyway, so there's one last thing here, which is a car dealer on Twitter saying if Volvo just made cars like a 7-seat diesel estate that people actually wanted to buy, they wouldn't have to throw money at pre-registering cars that people do not want to buy. So there we go, a little bit of a quiet afternoon video as I float down the river, although I haven't really floated down the river, I kind of stayed pretty much in one place, on my completely renewable energy out in the wilds. And what we've shown is that AutoTrader are allowing dealers to get up to some dodgy tricks to make it look like the EV market is performing better than it is. I don't want to turn around, I want to go up there. And what that means is, private sellers of EVs, you're not getting the true picture on what your car is actually worth, because the chances are, A, your car is worth a lot less than you think it is, and B, when you list it for sale, it probably won't sell anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. Right, I'm going to carry on up this river under my own steam. Thanks for watching.